Alright guys, so welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be scaping this 40-gallon breeder. Go ahead and just to let you guys know, it's going to be a saltwater tank. It's going to be an octopus tank. It's a dedicated octopus tank. Pretty much that's the only fish that we're going to do in here. So let's go ahead and get everything in there. I want this thing to be quick, easy, and just show you guys that it's really not that hard to set these saltwater tanks up. Even though I'm pretty sure it's not a lot of people out there who want to do saltwater, or maybe it is, I'm not sure. I know in the past there has been a lot of people who converted over from freshwater to saltwater. So I'm just in the hobby. I'm just trying to help people out who are scared to do saltwater, but it's really not that hard to do saltwater, especially if you're going to do a fish-only tank. It's pretty easy. It's just as simple as a freshwater tank. The main thing is just having good surface agitation for air and doing your water changes, keeping up on your water changes once a week or once every couple of weeks. The longer a period of time you go, the more water you need to change, but for the most part, you just need to do 20% water change every week, which isn't a lot depending on the size of the tank you have. So we got our filter down here. We're going to go ahead, hook our filter up on there. It's wrapped in the indoor-outdoor carpet. And the top of the tank is wrapped in indoor-outdoor carpet also. So we'll just go ahead and sit that filter on there and get it ready to go. I might have to cut a few pieces off of there just to get everything to fit tight, because octopus, as we all know, are escape artists. But on this tank, I'm not going to fill the water up to the rim either. So I'm pretty much just going to fill the water up a little bit past the bottom of the line. And pretty much I just went, I had my buddy over at Aquatic Environments. Like I told you guys in the last video, my buddy Adam over at Aquatic Environments helped me out on this project, and he went ahead and wrapped this tank up for me. So he wrapped it with the indoor-outdoor carpet around the rim, and then just so you guys couldn't see all the work that was done and the glue that's behind there, we went ahead and wrapped the whole parameter around the top of the tank. So we also got this live rock. This is some Tonga rock made by Carib Sea also, and I think they actually revamped it and came out with some better looking Tonga rock, and it's not as heavy as the Tonga rock that they had before, which I'm pretty sure they still make that too. But this stuff here, it actually comes in different shapes and stuff now. So usually at first it was just coming like in branches like that, but now they've added a few shapes and stuff in there also. So I mean, it's looking pretty good, and it's pretty lightweight. It's kind of expensive, don't get me wrong, but the way that they revamped it, this is actually a lot lighter. So the regular pieces, when they first came out, this piece here would have probably been about 7 to 8 pounds, but this piece here is probably only about maybe 2 pounds. So I'm glad they revamped it, and yeah, it wasn't that expensive. So we got our salt water down at the other end of the fish room. And again, we have our live sand, also made by Carib Sea. This whole tank is pretty much Carib Sea, which a lot of saltwater products are Carib Sea. But we're going to go ahead, throw our live sand in there first. I'm going to put the sand in first just for the simple fact I got the Tonga rock, and there's no way I'm going to be able to put the rock in and set it up the way I want it to look without putting the sand in first. I know a lot of people are big on putting in the rock scape first and then putting the sand in after. Okay, so I went and picked up the filter cartridges. I'm gonna go ahead and add those in there. I'm just gonna put 2 cartridges in there. I was gonna put 4 in there just to get it cleared up faster, but not really gonna worry about that. I got a little bit of time to buy with the Octopus. He's actually already came in. He's at the store waiting for me to go ahead and pick him up, him or her. I'm not sure exactly what. Uh, I'm not sure exactly what sex it is, but it really doesn't matter to me. I just wanted to get another octopus. I've had octopus in the past. I also got a shark. Uh, I got a shark egg too. I'm gonna show you guys that in a different video. I got it upstairs in the 120 upstairs, which is under construction right now. Um, so I got this. I picked this little filter bag up, this little microfiber bag. I'm gonna put some GFO in here, the granular ferric oxide. I'm gonna put that in here. That's just gonna denitrify the water and remove ammonia and stuff like that out the water. So let's go ahead and get this thing going, guys. Okay, so with Octopus, I just took a little extra precaution and I went ahead and zip tied this together just because Octopus are escape artists and they like to figure things out. So I went ahead, put a zip tie around that part, the extension, just to secure it. Just because, like I said, Octopus, they like to explore. They're actually a pretty intelligent animal, so I'm trying to do everything I can to go ahead and prevent this octopus from escaping. And then also with this part right here, the bottom piece of the filter, I'm gonna probably go ahead and wrap this up with a fish net, just because the octopus can pretty much escape through anything that its beak can fit through. So its beak is on the bottom. That's what they eat with, pretty much. And if the beak can fit through there, then the octopus can fit through there because they basically have no skeleton. So I'm gonna wrap that up with a fish net too, just to be on the safe side, just to make sure this guy does not escape. Also, this is my first time. This is my first time ever wrapping a tank with the indoor-outdoor carpet. I figured I would just try something different this time, just to make sure that the octopus is secure and does not escape. Okay, so I got this fish net. I'm gonna go ahead, cut this out, and then wrap this piece of the filter around it, the suction part. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap that around that. And then we got our zip tie. I'll put that on there after I cut it out. Okay, guys, so I got it cut out. I'm going to go ahead, wrap this around there as good as I can, and then zip tie it up. All right, guys, this is the finished product right here. I wrapped it up with the fish net. Go ahead and put that on there. All right, so pretty much with an octopus, if you don't show him, or if you don't show the octopus any tricks, or like I said with that open and close valve on the filter neck, if you don't show them that it opens and closes, then they pretty much won't know that it opens and closes. So that's why I went ahead, closed it, zip tied it before we get the octopus, so that way I don't have to show him that I zip tied it or whatever the case might be. It might sound crazy speaking, like this thing is that intelligent, but in actuality, octopus are very, very intelligent animals. So if you don't know how intelligent they are, watch some videos on them. I'm pretty sure YouTube has thousands of videos on there, or hundreds of videos that you can go and watch and see exactly how intelligent the octopus really is. So let's go ahead and get this thing set up and ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and start adding the sand and stuff in there. The bio wheels, I'm really not sure if the bio wheels are even gonna be able to fit on there, or if the top part of the filter is gonna be able to fit on there, because like I said, we wrapped it in that indoor outdoor carpet. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw these two cartridges in there right fast before I start adding stuff in. I'm not gonna rinse them off or nothing, but I mean it is a good idea to go ahead and give them a rinse. But since we gotta let this thing filter anyway and go ahead and cycle, I'm not gonna worry about rinsing them off. It's just carbon. Alright guys, so in the last video I bought the bag of KFC sand, the reef sand, and it didn't come with the clarifier, but they put it in this one, in this bag this time. So yeah, I think they owe me a clarifier for my other tank, even though it's already cleared up. All right, guys. So I went ahead. I got 2 bags of sand for this tank. 1 bag would have been enough, but I wanted that kind of deep sand bed on this one. So I mean, it's not going to be super deep, but it'll be deep enough. Okay, so we got the sand in there, and then the next thing we'll do is go ahead and try to add in a little scape into our tank. Like I said, I don't want too much scape in there, just for the simple fact the octopus will always hide, which I mean that's what they do anyway, but I do want to be able to see this octopus whenever I come down, just to check on him, make sure that it's doing good. So we'll just keep the scape pretty simple for the most part. I mean, I might come back and mess with it a little bit, but for now, I'm satisfied with that look. It doesn't have to be anything spectacular, because we do want to be able to see our octopus. So the next thing to do is go ahead and let's get the water in here. Let's go ahead, get the water in, and then we'll get the lid on. We'll start the filter up. No power heads in this one. I don't think I'm going to do. I'm not going to do any power heads, just for the simple fact the octopus will. They're so curious. He'll probably end up climbing inside the power head, and then it'll pretty much kill the octopus. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to do the hang on the back filter, and that's it. Can't really add anything extra in, because I mean, I don't really think there's any way you can actually just octopus put. I don't think there's any way you can actually octopus proof everything. I mean, I just don't think there is. So let's go ahead, get the water in here, get this thing filled up, and then plug everything in. And also, I got to go back to the supply closet and grab a heater for this tank, or I might have a heater out here. Alright, so I already got a heater out here. I'll go ahead and just put this on there. It's Aqueon heater, 150 watts. We'll just go ahead and throw that in there. So let's go ahead and get this water in. Okay, so we're back. Water is in. We're going to go ahead and let this thing sit for a little while. Let it clear up some. I'm going to go ahead and start the filter up and plug that heater in here in about 15-20 minutes once it gets up to the temperature of the water. And then, like I said, I didn't fill this thing all the way up. Even though it looks like it's full, it's actually not full. So I'm going to see if I can give you guys a little shot of that. Okay, so I just filled it up pretty much to the bottom of the indoor-outdoor carpet just so once the octopus touches the indoor-outdoor carpet, he knows, like, don't go beyond there. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much what the indoor-outdoor carpet is for. It's just to keep him inside the tank. He can explore all he wants to inside the tank, but as far as getting out of the tank, we don't want that to happen. So I'm gonna go ahead, let this thing sit like I said, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put a lid and stuff on here, get the light set up on here, and then I'll show you guys what it's looking like here in just a little bit. Okay, so before I turn the filter and everything on, since we didn't get to do it to our last reef tank, let's go ahead and put the water clarifier in this tank since KFC decided to give me 2 of them this time. So this tank would actually, I mean, it's an octopus tank, but in the reef world, they call them fowler tanks. So a fowler tank is a fish-only tank with live rock. So that's pretty much what this is. It's a fowler tank. So let's go ahead, get this water clarifier in there, get this thing cleared up. Like I said, I put the filter cartridges in. So it shouldn't take this thing long to go ahead and clear up so we can get a better view of it without all the cloudiness. Pretty much no matter how you set the saltwater tank up when you're doing live rock, I mean, it's going to be cloudy for a small period of time after you add the sand in there, just because the sand has all that beneficial bacteria inside of it. Oh, one more thing. Let me go and grab this bottle of beneficial bacteria so I can show you guys that. Okay, so this time I went with Dr. Tim's. I went with Dr. Tim's in the past on my reef tank, and it did absolutely incredible work for me. So this stuff here, this bottle is rated for 60 gallons. I only put 35 gallons of water in here. So we are shy of 5 gallons just because, like I said, we don't want the octopus to go past the indoor-outdoor carpet. Okay, so pretty much this beneficial bacteria is just to remove ammonia and nitrite. Nitrites will kill fish. They won't kill corals, but they will kill fish. Or maybe they do have a chance of killing the coral, but corals definitely have a better chance of living in nitrifying water. And ammonia will kill. It will kill both. It will kill coral and it will kill fish. So this Dr. Tim's actually works pretty fast. Like, I'm not gonna say the next day you could be able to put fish in, but it's gonna work a lot faster than our turbo start worked. The Fritz worked on our 20-gallon reef, but with the reef tank, I just wanted to take that a lot slower, just because it is a reef tank, and the best thing to do with reef tanks is to go slow. So with fish only tanks, you don't really have to worry about that. I mean, you're gonna go through obstacles with the fish only tank, but nothing like a reef tank. So as long as you're changing the water and stuff, everything should be good. But we have to get rid of the nitrites and we have to get rid of the ammonia in this tank. The pH is not the pH, the nitrates, the alkalinity, the magnesium, things like that don't really matter in a fish only tank. The pH, I mean, some people chase pH. I don't chase pH. When the lights go off, the pH will drop. When the lights turn on, the pH will raise. So there's nothing in there to even eat the pH or anything like that, or to thrive off of pH. We already got the live rock in there, so that right there is like a big step to killing everything that's gonna pretty much, if you start with dry rock, it's gonna eat up all the alkalinity and the magnesium and all that stuff. Even though the live rock will still feed off of it, but the bacteria is there to go ahead and cure the live rock and make everything beneficial, so things will pretty much just even out. So let's go ahead. We're going to add this whole bottle in there. I'm not going to save any for any other purposes or anything like that. I'll just buy another bottle if I need it. But like I said, this thing treats 60 gallons of water. So Dr. Tim's, I do recommend Dr. Tim's. I have, like I said, I've done this on my 120 gallon reef tank, and this stuff is amazing. It works very, very good. So go ahead, pour this in, and then after I pour this in, I'm gonna go ahead and off camera, I'm gonna go ahead and get the lid fit and everything for the top of the tank, and then I'm gonna try to figure out something for that filter. I'm not sure if water is gonna be jumping out of it or not, but we'll go ahead and do that. If so, I'll have to take those bio wheels off and then just let it filter like that, because it really doesn't need the bio wheels, because it's gonna be a lot of surface agitation. But this stuff here is going to cloud the water for a little bit, but not long. Once we get this filter going and stuff, then the water will clear up pretty fast. So I went ahead, got the lid on there. I had to rig this thing up and just sit it on top up there, just so the water wasn't splashing. As you can see, there's some water dripping down right there. But we'll go ahead and modify that a little more later on. But yeah, I got the lid on there, I got the light on there, and this thing is looking great. It's looking amazing, guys. It really is. It's showing its true colors, but it's going to have a lot more potential here. I went ahead and messed with the rockscape a little bit more too, just to kind of spread things out, just to kind of give it some kind of balance there, and so you guys can see the Tonga rock a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead, let this tank get settled in, let everything settle in, and let the filter go ahead and do what it do, and then I'll come back. I'll show you guys what this thing is looking like. Trust me, this thing is going to look absolutely beautiful when it's all said and done. And just trust the process, man, when it comes to the saltwater stuff. I mean, if I had any advice for anybody, I would just say, take your time, trust the process. Everything's going to work out. There are obstacles you have to overcome, but that's with any animal or any aquarium. You have to overcome some obstacles. Nothing is just plug, play, and perfect. So plug, play, and perfect just don't go together. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead, let everything settle in, and then we'll come back and we'll take a look at our new octopus tank. Okay, guys, so welcome back. It's been a little bit since the tank's been running. It's been about 7 days. We got all our parameters in check. The only thing that we really worried about on this tank is our ammonia and our nitrite. Those are the only two things that will harm the octopus. And as you guys see, we picked up the octopus. I'm pretty excited about this. Even though octopus don't live that long, it's still an exciting moment. So, I mean, they can live up to 2 years. They can live up, let's just say that. So, octopus can live for about anywhere from a year to 5 years, just depending on the octopus, depending on the environment. And yeah, I'm excited about getting my new octopus. Like I said, this is going to be a dedicated octopus tank. So today we picked up an algae octopus. That's the name of this guy. So it's an algae octopus. They don't get very big. It'll stay pretty small, but for the most part, I'm excited about him. I don't know how old this octopus is. Like I said, they don't live very long and they grow pretty fast just because the lifespan of them is very short. So I've been acclimating this guy for a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and put in a little bit more water for him to acclimate for a little bit longer. And then I'll get back with you guys and let you guys see the release of the octopus in his new tank. Okay, guys, so the moment that I have been waiting for, I don't know about you guys, but the moment that I've been waiting for is to finally get the octopus into his new tank. Actually, when I got him, he was pretty white, so he was like a real bright white in the bag when I first got him. He's changed colors, so let's go ahead and release this guy into his new home. There he is, guys. Let's I guess I'll just let him try to pretty much come out the net on his own. I won't force him out or anything. Just so he's more comfortable. I don't want him to squirt ink. But there he is. Exploring his new home. Just beautiful. Just an amazing animal. And like I said, I didn't put I didn't put any rocks in there or any scape in there that had holes in it, so he couldn't pretty much, so he could not go inside of a hole and just disappear forever. I mean, octopus are, I mean, they blend in pretty good with the environment. They can escape just about anything, and also they can fit into any small, tiny crevice as long as their beak can go inside of it. So if the beak can fit inside, then the whole body of the octopus can fit inside. They don't have any skeleton, so hopefully the octopus will enjoy its new home. Let's go ahead. I'm going to close this lid up just in case. But, man, look at that. That's just amazing, guys. That is truly amazing. See if I can give you guys a closer look. He's already doing a pretty good job of camouflaging himself with that rock already. So, but just look at him, man. That is amazing. That's a beautiful specimen right there. I'm not sure if it's a male or a female. It really doesn't matter to me. I'm not a I'm not sexist, so whatever it is, I'm happy with it. I'm just glad to go ahead and get this octopus into his new home, and then we'll try to do a little feeding off camera, maybe later on or tomorrow. I'm pretty sure it's not going to eat today, but it might. If I get it to eat, then I'll definitely show you guys. I'll just start off by trying to feed it just some probably just some either some raw shrimp or some cooked shrimp, something like that, just to go ahead and get them eating. But just look at that, changing colors like right in front of your eyes too. So, well, now it's going into hiding, I guess. I mean, this is amazing, guys. This is amazing. Excuse me if I'm a little overexcited. There it is. He's hiding. He's a little camera shy, but camera's a little shaky. I'm just trying to give you guys a good view of him. Try to keep up with him. He is exploring though. He is exploring his new home. Okay, guys, so we got the octopus in. He's chilling in his new tank, his new home, trying to figure things out. Just right now, it's hiding back there in the back behind that rock. But we'll go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and shut the lights off on him. Let him get time to acclimate and get kind of used to his surroundings. I don't want to scare him any more than I already have. He already probably stressed out just from going from the tank he was in into the bag, from the fish store all the way to my house, and then acclimating him and then getting him into the tank and then getting him into the tank. So I don't want to stress him any more than he's already stressed, if he's even stressed out. But I mean, for the most part, he's looking pretty good. He's moving around a lot, and that's a little bit more than I actually expected out of him within the first 5 or 10 minutes of him being in the tank. So we'll just go ahead and let him just chill, like I said, and then I'll give you guys a later update on the octopus. If anybody has a name for him, I'm thinking Dr. Ock, but that's just my thinking, just because I am a fan of the Spider-Man, the whole Spider-Man thing. So Dr. Octavius or Dr. Ock, whatever. But if anybody has a name for him or any suggestions, go ahead, leave that down in the comment section. And man, I just want to thank you guys for watching. And if you haven't already and you made it this far in the video, go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe. Make sure you turn your notification bell on for all, so you will be notified every time I drop one of these videos. We got a lot more going on with the fish room. We got some updates coming. I got some tanks that I haven't filled up yet that I'm gonna show you guys, and then maybe we'll get some ideas on fish for those tanks. All right, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. That's my time for today, and man, that octopus, I'm excited, guys. I'm really excited about this one. I can't lie to you. Every time I get a new fish, I get over excited, no matter what it is. So stay tuned and make sure you got the notifications on because I'm going to be dropping another video soon. I know it's been a little minute since I dropped the video. But with that being said, remember, always feed the fish. Holla.